The Ebon Hawk. The one thing that we can call home as fans of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. The Ebon Hawk represents our hub. It represents our place of safety within a world that is completely unsafe. The Ebon Hawk is our respite, our time to analyse what comes next, and our time to interact and learn more about those that follow us. You would be surprised about how much time you spend on the Ebon Hawk, talking to your companions about their lives, about their opinions on what is to come. The engines hum softly. The music of the Ebon Hawk, the theme plays in the background, offering us a sense of adventure but also peace. To many of us, the Ebon Hawk is our favourite ship. Much like those who say the Millennium Falcon is theirs, the Ebon Hawk is a place wherein which we spend so much of our time discovering so much more about a story in a universe that we love. But this does beg the question, what happened to the Ebon Hawk after the events of Knights of the Old Republic 2? The iconic ship was owned by Revan himself and the Jedi Exile. It signifies the strength of a Jedi, it signifies adventure and hope, but what did it signify beyond the games? What became of the Ebon Hawk? Now, to answer this question, we need to open a novel that is much loved. The Revan novel. After the events of Knights of the Old Republic 2, Meetra Surik, or more widely known as the Jedi Exile, left her companions, taking only T3M4, and flew the Ebon Hawk to a planet called Nathema. Meetra travelled to this planet in an attempt to discover the fate of Revan, and potentially to rescue him, should he need it. Nathema was one of the last known planets that Revan had travelled to in his time after the events of KOTOR 1 with the Ebon Hawk. When Meetra landed on Nathema, she discovered that the planet was utterly dead in the Force and destroyed. She then took T3M4 and searched the planet for answers on Revan and his fate. What she then learned was that the planet was destroyed and consumed of its life by a Sith Lord that once ruled it by the name of Vitiate. She also discovered that after Nathema's destruction, Vitiate then had his people search for the location of a long-lost Sith world known as Dromund Kaas. Fortunately, the records that she had discovered the information from also harboured the location of Dromund Kaas, as well as the hyperspace route that led there, and as such she assumed that Revan also discovered this, believing that Dromund Kaas was where her former friend could be found. Taking T3M4, Meetra travelled to the ancient Sith planet and without any difficulty landed within an unknown sector of the Sith capital of Kaas City. And after doing some investigative work within the city, she had managed to come into contact with a Sith known as Scourge. Scourge informed her that his master, Darth Nihilus of the Dark Council, was holding Revan captive within her compound. With the help of Scourge, Meetra managed to break Revan free and killed Darth Nihilus as a result. And with their confidence high, Revan, Scourge, Meetra and T3 broke into the Imperial Citadel with the intent to destroy the Sith Emperor and completely destabilise the entire Sith Empire. However, despite their best efforts, this did not go to plan. Meetra herself was killed in the battle after Lord Scourge betrayed them. T3M4 was destroyed by the Sith Emperor whilst trying to save Revan, and Revan himself was once again captured and this time placed within an impenetrable prison known as the Maelstrom Prison. The Ebon Hawk, the ship that was left behind, a ship that had become synonymous with hope, was then abandoned, left on Dromund Kaas without anybody to recover it. And by the time of the Great Galactic War between Vitiate's Sith Empire and the Republic 300 years later, the Ebon Hawk had never been seen again. The ultimate fate of the Ebon Hawk was completely and utterly unknown. Perhaps it lies in a junk heap on Dromund Kaas, the Sith people unaware of its significance in history as it languishes away as nothing more than a piece of metal. Or perhaps it was treated as nothing more than trash, and broken down and destroyed by whoever found it, to be completely forgotten by the galaxy despite everything that it had helped to achieve. Another potential fate is that it was discovered by somebody who took the Ebon Hawk, an unknown assailant who wandered off into the stars unaware of what they had just found, losing its significance in history but perhaps becoming owned by a new family of people, forgotten to the records but integral to whoever now had it. Or lastly, perhaps it was recovered, taken back into the galaxy as a relic of the past, locked away in some museum as a testament to Revan's success, along with all of those that had flown the iconic ship during his time. The Old Republic MMO seemed to have completely disregarded the Ebon Hawk. To my knowledge, there isn't a single reference to its existence within the entire game, besides a server name which completely bewilders me. The Ebon Hawk is like the Millennium Falcon of the Old Republic, and to not give any closure to what happened to it is a disservice to how important it actually is. It truly is like the Millennium Falcon just being destroyed off screen and never spoken about again, which is something that just wouldn't happen. And it is one thing within the game that I find confusing that has never shown up or appeared again. Ships themselves can be timeless in a way, and it's very easy for the Ebon Hawk to have appeared in the Old Republic. As mentioned, it could have been in a museum, it could have been passed down to a new owner and made its way within some kind of storyline. But it doesn't even have a simple codex entry. In case you don't know what a codex is, it's a small description that describes something, a piece of lore, and most characters and iconic things within the game have one, but the Ebon Hawk doesn't. The Ebon Hawk itself is another companion in a way. It is in itself a character that is with you throughout the journey. Much like the rest of the companions from Knights of the Old Republic, its story is just left forgotten without conclusion, and it just joins the list of many things from the Knights of the Old Republic games that the MMO just chose to forget and ignore. I'd love to know in the comments below what you think of the Ebon Hawk. Are you someone like me who considers the Ebon Hawk to be their favourite ship in all of Star Wars, or do you have other ships that you place above it, like the Millennium Falcon or the Slave One? Also, what do you think of the Ebon Hawk's ending? Do you think the way the Old Republic did it, with it being lost in time and forgotten, was the right way to go, or do you think that the MMO should have brought it back in some capacity? But then again, you saw what the MMO did when it brought back some of the other Knights of the Old Republic characters and storylines, so maybe it was for the best that the Ebon Hawk didn't make an appearance. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to see more Knights of the Old Republic and Star Wars content from me. Also, don't forget to come and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and join the Discord server because I would love to have you there. And if you'd like to support the channel a little bit further, perhaps consider taking a look at Patreon. All links are in the description below. I'll see you guys in the next video. But until then, may the Force be with you. Always.